So under the full goodwill method, we always start with the purchase consideration, which was paid by the parent company. Purchase consideration paid by the parent company. Now, the purchase consideration paid by the parent company, that information, we have it within paragraph 1. We have it within paragraph 1. And I hope also we can be able to recall the purchase consideration comprises of cash consideration and the deferred consideration. Let's go back to paragraph 1. On 1st of January 2024, Pool Limited acquired 80% controlling interest in Shape when the retained earnings of Shape amounted to 3.2 million. The acquisition consideration consisted of an immediate cash payment of 12 million. So there was a cash payment. Remember, he said when computing the goodwill, cash consideration, this consideration paid in cash do not have any special treatment. So this one, we use it the way it is. So which is an amount of 12 million. Remember, all our figures are in thousands of shillings. And then from there, we are told on 1st of January 2024, and a further cash payment of 12.1 million deferred until 1st January 2026. So that is basically what we find as the deferred consideration. The deferred consideration. And actually, we are told the acquisition, the date of acquisition, the DOA is 1st January 2024. And then that consideration has been deferred. It will be paid on 1st of January 2026. That is when the deferred consideration will be paid. So how many years do we have here between those two dates? How many years do we have between those two dates? Do we have 1 year? Do we have 2 years? How many years do we have between those two dates? How many years do we have between those two dates? That should not take us to 2 seconds, should not take us even 2 seconds. Those are 2 years. Those are 2 years. So the deferred consideration will be paid on this date. How much? 12.1 million. So remember, you said such a consideration, which is a deferred, we said we should get its present value. We should get the present value for that. So therefore, what we need to do is to discount that to its present value. I will take 12,100. I'll multiply that with the present value interest factor. And basically, we said we discount this using the parent company cost of capital. That's why in the same point, in the same paragraph 1, the last sentence, we are told, Pool Limited, that is the parent company, cost of capital was 10%. So we discount this using the parent company cost of capital 10%, and this basically for 2 years. We get the present value interest factor at the rate of 10% for 2 years. For 2 years, 12,100 times present value interest factor at the rate of 12% for 2 years. So how do we get this value here? We use this particular formula there. 1 plus R raised to power negative L. So this one will be equal to 1.1. Our R is 10% raised to power negative 2. And then basically multiply that with what? We multiply that with 12,100. So that basically will give us a value of how much? That will give us a value of how much? 1.1, which is basically raised to power negative 2 times 12,100